Aloha everyone, it's Jessica Oyanagi with Home Sweet Maui Realty, and I'm here today to share a video with you, giving you my top 5 tips for purchasing a vacation rental on the island of Maui. If you've never watched one of my videos before, I love to share my island life with you on YouTube and IGTV. If you find value in this video, I would love it if you would give me a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you're looking for a client-based realtor on the island of Maui, please feel free to contact me. I'll put my contact information in that description below. Tip number 1 that I have for you if you're interested in purchasing a vacation property on the Valley Isle is to do your homework. This could mean, having a phone call with a realtor like myself, coming to visit Maui in person, or just going on YouTube, trying to find information about the island and which area of the island you would like to own your property in. The 2 main areas on Maui where vacation condos are most prevalent are in West Lahaina and in South Maui in the Kihei Wailea area. Both areas have their own special unique characteristics, amenities, and landscapes. So if it were me, I would look into those 2 main areas, do my homework, and make sure that I was selecting a vacation condo in the area that I really wanted to spend some time in and that vacationers may want to come and stay in. Tip number 2 that I have for purchasing a vacation property on Maui is to really make a list of what you would like in that property. So, to think about things like the different amenities that are available at a lot of the vacation condos here on Maui, such as whether they have a swimming pool, a workout room, if they're within walking distance of some of your favorite local restaurants, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms would you like? Ask yourself questions such as, is this just going to be an investment for me where I'm going to, make a profit off of people coming to stay at the property? Or am I personally interested and invested in this property myself? Do I have a family? Is it just me? What is it that I look for when I come to stay on Maui? And what would I like in a vacation property? If you can answer these questions, then that's really going to help your search when you're looking for a property. Tip number 3 that I have for purchasing a vacation property on Maui could actually be tip number 1 if you were to really ask me my honest opinion, and that would be to talk with someone about financing the property you want to purchase. If you have all cash and financing is not an issue for you, then you can just skip number 3 altogether. But most people are going to be taking out a mortgage, right, to purchase this vacation property. And the big thing that is very different about purchasing a vacation property on Maui compared to purchasing a property that would be your primary residence or that you could actually, rent out to someone long-term, like a tenant, is that the financing is quite different. So first of all, you can't use a mainland bank to finance a vacation property on Maui. You will need to work with local lenders. And if you need recommendations for those lenders, please contact me. Feel free to let me know because a lot of people, they get in the dreaming stage about this investment, and then when they get down to brass tacks and the numbers, they had no idea, that they would need to come up with a higher down payment or exactly what the terms would involve. So step number 3, or maybe number 1, is to talk to a lender here on Maui. And I will tell you that right now, this is 2022, we're in the post-pandemic era, and the down payments for financing a vacation property have changed dramatically, just because so many people who are financing that had to stop renting out their units during the pandemic just kind of withdrew from the loans, the money that they owed during that time. And so now the banks require 35% down to purchase a short-term vacation property on Maui. So that's my big tip for tip number 3 if you're thinking about financing this vacation property purchase. Tip number 4 for buying a vacation property on Maui is very similar to tip number 3. And that is that I would advise that you get your numbers straight. So a lot of people I hear from, would like to purchase a vacation condo that they can come stay in for themselves, maybe a couple weeks out of the year, and then also rent out to other vacationers so that they can hopefully see a profit, right? Make some money off of owning this long-term investment. And so when people tell me this, I highly advise that you really look into the numbers for the condo complexes or the units that you're interested in. A lot of times people who are listing a vacation property will have a rental management company that actually has financial data for you to look at. So that way you can see, what were the profit and losses for the previous owners who are selling the property, right? So that way you can get a sense of what type of income to expect from other people renting the property. And the other thing I recommend when it comes to getting your numbers straight is really taking a look at the HOA or maintenance fees of these type of vacation properties. These fees are much higher on these types of properties than they are for a personal residence if you're in a condo complex. And the reason for this, right, is because you have vacationers coming and staying in these properties nonstop. So, things like repairs or keeping up with safety issues, those are all going to add up to higher maintenance fees than a condo complex that is just only allows primary residents to be inside those units. My final tip number 5 for purchasing a vacation property on Maui would be to consider your options when it comes to managing your vacation property. And the reason I mention this is because it's something I don't think many people think about. They're just really excited to have a place they can come stay and call their own and hopefully make some money off of. But you do need to be aware that you do need to have a property manager for your unit if you're going to be renting it out to vacationers. So, that could be that you manage it. It could be self-managed. If you do that, there is a rule that requires that you have a point of contact here on island. So if you're living on the mainland and renting the vacation property out to vacationers, you need to have someone here who can be a point of contact if there's an emergency or, maintenance needs to be done on the unit that can, let contractors in or something along those lines. Just someone who's here who can handle things when you're not at the unit. And if you choose to self-manage, that's one avenue, but there are also plenty of property management companies here on island, and some complexes even have property management businesses that are already located on the property, and they do take a percentage, right? They charge for their services, but services could include things like cleaning or booking reservations for you or marketing and advertising. So, these are things that you want to think about when you're going to invest in a vacation property that maybe most people wouldn't think of. So that's it. My top 5 tips for purchasing a vacation property on Maui. And if you are looking for a client-based realtor on the island of Maui, please feel free to contact me. My contact information is in that description below, as always. And if you just found value in this video, if you could give me a like and hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on vacation in your new unit on the Valley Isle. Aloha.